I mean, how do I go like, hey mom, yeah, I'm in the airport, but I passed out. Hey, what's up guys? My name is Santi and this is what I do.
What's your full name?
My full name is Santiago Rivera Laugerud.
What's your main discipline?
Juggling mainly.
Other disciplines?
Ish. I've done a lot of hoop diving and I've done a lot of Chinese pole, but I wouldn't say that I'm good enough on either one of them, but mainly I do it for fun.
How did you get into circus?
Originally, my background was musical theater, and I remember when I was around 7 years old, I saw the director of the company that I was working for juggling, and I thought it was super cool. And from there on, I keep on going, and I started learning that it's a lot more than just juggling. There was movement, there was acro, there was this, there was that. I feel like the complexity of what circus means became really important to me, and I got involved with it as much as I could.
How many languages do you speak?
At the moment, 3.5. No. I speak Spanish, French, and English, and I feel pretty fluent in all of them. And I've had a lot of influence from Portuguese, so it's really easy for me to understand it. I cannot say a single word.
Is being a juggler has improved your daily life?
Absolutely. It always happens between jugglers. Something falls and you catch it before, and it's always like, I'm a juggler, you know? Of course, I feel like the idea of always having juggling present in your life makes you more skillful. Like a Ninja Turtle, and just like,
What's the last picture on your phone?
oh, I don't even have my phone with me. Oh, yeah. So as I was flying back here to Montreal my last time, I saw a Canadian passport from one of my friends and I asked her to show it to me because the last page has narwhals on it. And I thought it was adorable, and now I want a Canadian passport just so I can have narwhals on it.
Do you have a pre-show routine?
I do have this little tradition that I do. It's not necessarily before a show, but it's like a day before. I always shave my eyebrow and I always put this little line that I have. I feel like I remember seeing a video many years ago from Anthony Gatto, who was like an amazing juggler from Cirque du Soleil and many other things. And he was explaining how he does his makeup, and he does 2 little lines under his chin, because he was like, it's just like an interesting thing for the audience to see while he's juggling, because he's always looking up. So I thought this was like my way of having a small tradition, kind of like he did. So like I always shave my eyebrow, this little cut here right before each performance.
What's your favorite pizza topping?
You gotta go by the classics, man. Just pepperoni, that's it. You give me pepperoni pizza, make me happy.
Have you ever had any travel disaster?
Yes. I was heading back home to Guatemala, and I remember I was supposed to have a 7 hours layover that became 22 hours because they kept on canceling my flight. So they kept on giving me like food vouchers. And I remember I was like, okay, you know what? It's fine. As long as they keep on feeding me and give me a place for it to be, I'm okay with that. I don't know what was going on with my body. It wasn't feeling very well. I had a single beer and I passed out in the airport, and I woke up surrounded by a lot of random people that I don't know. They took me to a clinic near the hospital, and the doctor was checking my pressure and my this and my that, and he was like, you're fine. And they just let me go again, and they put me back in the airport. And then I had to keep on waiting for like 10 more hours and then take my flight to go back home. And I was on my way to see my parents, and I never told them that this happened. I mean, how do I go like, hey mom, yeah, I'm in the airport, but I passed out. But I got home after all, and it's still a secret my parents don't know. So mom, if you're seeing this, now you know.
What's the last book you read?
I'm so close to finishing one that I'm really enjoying called When My Name Was Keoko. It's a book that I found when I was traveling in South Korea, and it's about a brother and a sister, and there are 2 different points of view of how Japan's occupation of Korea worked before World War II, and it's fantastic.
If you had a different career, what would it be?
It would still be performing arts, I believe. Before coming to Montreal, I was actually admitted in the Superior School of Arts in Guatemala, and I was gonna follow a contemporary dance career. But I don't know, there was something that didn't fulfill me. I skipped day 1 of classes, and I decided I just wanted to be part of circus. But I think that I would still be part of like performing arts.
What do you wish people knew better about Guatemala?
I feel like most of the times people talk about Guatemala, they talk about the crime or how dirty it is or how small the country is, but like there's so much beauty, there's so much nature, there's so much like kindness in people. And I think that's something that people will not realize unless they actually experience going there. I think they'll discover a world full of like amazing food, surrounded by volcanoes and beautiful lakes. It's a beautiful country. If you're able to push all of your like preconceived ideas of what it is, you get to experience experience it in a very lovely way. My mom lives in this beautiful house right next to a lake that's surrounded by 4 volcanoes. And then you can see that at night, you see the tip of the volcanoes like with the lava. Wow. And then you see the reflection of the moon on the water. It's beautiful.
What did you do before coming here?
I was training as every good circus artist.
What will you do after?
For laundry. I need to pack. I'm leaving in a couple of days.
Any upcoming project?
Well, I'm part of Dual Reality by the Seven Fingers now, and we're gonna be performing in Montreal and Quebec City between October and November. So come check us out.